put in the ocean and never found.
Man missing since 2006.
For a man accused of killing his own 3 young daughters.
Across the world, people vanish every day. Some leave quietly, by choice. Others are taken suddenly, leaving behind only questions. And then there are those who disappear under such strange and unsettling circumstances that the cases live on in whispers, speculation, and haunting memory. Tonight we'll follow 3 such stories. A woman who vanished from a yacht under the Caribbean moonlight, leaving her belongings behind but no trace of herself. A Kentucky man whose family searched nearly 2 decades until his old van was found submerged beneath the river. And 3 little girls whose lives ended in unthinkable tragedy, while their father, the prime suspect, remains missing. These are not just mysteries. They are the stories of lives cut short, families left behind, and unanswered questions that keep investigators awake at night. Let's begin. Sarm Heslop was a 41-year-old flight attendant from Southampton, England. She had always lived life boldly, a woman with a love of travel, adventure, and the sea. Her friends called her magnetic. She was funny, driven, always chasing the next horizon. When she met American yachtsman Ryan Bain in 2020, it seemed like the beginning of a new chapter. Bain owned a catamaran named Siren Song, a luxury yacht offering charters in the Virgin Islands. Before long, Sarm was living aboard the vessel, working side by side with Ryan as they sailed the turquoise waters. But in March 2021, the dream would end in nightmare. On the evening of March 7th, Ryan and Sarm had dinner together on St. John. Waitstaff later said nothing seemed unusual, though friends would later recall Sarm sounding subdued in texts that week. At 8:45 p.m., CCTV cameras caught the couple leaving the restaurant, hand in hand, heading to the dinghy that would take them back to the Siren Song. That's the last verified image of Sarm alive. Ryan would later tell police that they returned to the yacht around 10 p.m., but the CCTV timestamp shows otherwise. Already the cracks in his timeline began to show. Ryan claims that sometime around 2:30 in the morning, he awoke to find Sarm gone. He said she must have left the yacht. But her passport, her cell phone, her wallet, even her sandals were still on board. If she had left, where would she have gone? And how? Ryan called local police at 2:34 a.m., but he didn't notify the Coast Guard until nearly 12 hours later. The very agency that could launch a sea search. That unexplained delay has haunted the investigation ever since. Investigators asked to search the Siren Song. Ryan refused. His attorney shut down further access. Within months, the yacht had been renamed and put up for sale. Sarm's family, devastated, pleaded for cooperation. But Ryan has never spoken publicly about the disappearance and never submitted to a polygraph. The one man who knows what happened that night remains silent. Did Sarm fall overboard? Unlikely, given she left everything behind. Did she choose to run? With no passport, no phone, no money? That theory crumbles. That leaves foul play. Her parents believe Sarm was killed aboard the yacht, and with every passing year, the unanswered questions only grow louder. In 2025, newly released CCTV footage exposed more cracks in Ryan's story, reigniting suspicions. But the ocean keeps her secrets. And until a body is found, or Ryan talks, the truth about what happened to Sarm Heslop will remain adrift.
Mr. and Mrs. Bain?
No, you got the wrong people.
I think I've got the right people.
Our last name is Clack, C-L-A-C-K.
Okay, so you're not the parents of Ryan Bain?
Nope.
Did Ryan have anything to do with Sarm's disappearance? Did Ryan have anything... Sorry, sir, did Ryan have anything to do with Sarm's disappearance? Will he talk to the police? What happened to the boat? What happened to the boat, sir? Please don't snatch my microphone. Will Ryan answer questions?
You're intruding in my personal space.
I'm not. I'll stand back
Stay
here.
back.
Okay, I'll stand back here. Where has the boat gone, Mr. Bain? Will Ryan answer questions to the Virgin Islands Police Department? Where is your son, Mr. Bain?
In 2006, 38-year-old James Mills was last seen driving his old Plymouth Voyager through Morganfield, Kentucky. His van was a bit of a local landmark, one of its doors spray-painted after years of wear. That night, he left a friend's house, heading home. He never arrived. Days passed, then weeks. His family reported him missing, but the trail went cold almost immediately. Police searched his usual routes. No sign of the van. No witnesses came forward. No bank activity. No phone calls. It was as though James had simply driven off the face of the earth. For nearly 2 decades, his family carried the weight of uncertainty. Was it foul play? An accident? Did he leave town to start over? Every possibility hurt. Every holiday came and went with his absence hanging heavy. In July of 2025, nearly 20 years after James vanished, a diver exploring the Ohio River near a boat ramp made a chilling discovery. Buried beneath years of mud and water sat a white Plymouth Voyager. Inside were human remains. Though DNA tests are still pending, all signs point to James. The van had been in plain sight just beneath the surface of a well-used river ramp. For 2 decades, it hid there, while his family searched everywhere else. Was it an accident? Did James lose control late at night, plunging into the river unseen? Was it intentional, a suicide no one expected, or something darker? Was the van pushed into the water, with James inside? The river offers no answers. It kept its silence for 19 years. Now all investigators have is a skeleton, a rusted van, and a family still aching for the truth. This isn't unique. Across the United States, rivers and lakes conceal hundreds of missing people. In Oklahoma, 2 cars with 6 victims were discovered after 40 years. In Tennessee, volunteer dive teams continue to recover cars tied to cold cases. The water hides, but it does not forget. For the Mills family, the discovery of the van was both an answer and a wound reopened. They now know where James spent his final moments, but they may never know how or why. In May 2025, the Decker family of Wenatchee, Washington, faced a nightmare that would shock the nation. 9-year-old Peyton, 8-year-old Evelyn, and 5-year-old Olivia were picked up for a weekend custody visit with their father, Travis Caleb Decker. By all accounts, it was routine. The girls hugged their mother goodbye and climbed into their father's truck. She expected to see them the next day. They never came home. When Travis failed to return the girls, police were called. A search began immediately. 2 days later, investigators found his abandoned truck in Chelan County. Inside were food wrappers and bedding, signs he had camped there with the children. Nearby, they made a horrific discovery. All 3 girls were dead. Their hands were zip-tied. Plastic bags had been placed over their heads. They had been suffocated. Travis was gone. The FBI joined the manhunt. Drones, helicopters, and volunteers scoured the wilderness. But weeks later, Travis Caleb Decker remains missing. Did he die in the forest, his body undiscovered? Or is he alive, evading justice in the vast Pacific Northwest? Some believe Travis planned a murder-suicide, but lost his nerve after killing the girls. Others think he went on the run, possibly aided by sympathizers. And some wonder if he remains hidden in the deep forests of Washington, surviving off-grid. What led him to this? Custody disputes? A mental breakdown? Or something more sinister, long hidden? The killings devastated Wenatchee. Hundreds attended vigils, holding candles, praying for justice. The girl's mother shattered, stood before cameras, and begged for answers. But the man who holds those answers remains in the wind. Sarm Heslop, lost in the Caribbean. James Mills, found only when the river gave him back, and the Decker sisters, 3 very different cases, 3 different landscapes, but each shares a haunting thread: lives interrupted, questions unanswered, families left behind to endure the silence. What do you think happened? Did the ocean take Sarm, or was she silenced aboard the yacht? Was James's plunge into the river an accident, or something darker? And where is Travis Decker now? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay safe and take care of one another.